Very good afternoon, Dutch bike blogger. Thank you for riding with me. Been about a week ago that I was on the bike and all snow has been well melted away. Actually a very nice temperature. It is windy though. Today it's Friday, February 19th, about 1:15 in the afternoon. Wind is 304 from the south. And it's about 6 degrees. Just feel a little bit colder due to the wind, but it's all manageable. And I thought to myself, let's climb on the bike and go for a ride.
Gewoon de hele middag.
I expect to see that it will be busy in places. Maybe I can avoid and I go to spots where it's a little bit quieter. I decided to drive around, but one thing, I'm planning on riding for the first part into the wind, and then when I return home I'll have wind in my back, as long as the wind does not turn, of course. Switch directions, I mean. I have two choices ahead of me, going through city center or riding around it. I think I'm going to choose to ride around it. Choose the route around the city center is also the most logical route to where I was planning on going, south of the city, in the south part of the city. So the car was continuing, the car didn't see from the right, but there was a pedestrian crossing and somebody was crossing, so the car was waiting. Maybe if I anticipated a little bit better, I could have continued.
Oh, okay.
Well, that obviously did not happen, so let's not go to the Noorderplantsoen, but go here, Nieuwe Boteringenstraat. A very well known area to me. Steunendeel, a small street, kleine appelstraat. You get the feeling of living in a village, not in a city. That's one of the charms of living in Groningen. Very old neighborhoods, smaller streets, and somewhat wider roads, or access roads. But this is small, well, street. Cars are allowed, as you can see, but still very cozy. Now riding parallel to the Noorderplantsoen. Actually, the pond is to my right, just past it. Don't know if you noticed the guy in full battle gear, long coat, gloves on, face shield or mouth shield, mouth mask or whatever, and some plastic shield in front of his eyes and the rest of his face, in full battle gear. In case you're wondering what I'm wearing, summer pants, t-shirt, leather shoes, socks, t-shirt underneath the jacket, summer jacket. I have my gloves with me, but I'm not wearing them. I don't need them. I think in my bike bag I do have a hat, which I now already know I'm not going to use. No need for it. I'm going to wait for the traffic light because I don't have to go straight. I'm planning on going to here, going to take a turn. Been here last time, but let's not stop here and just continue. Just continue. Let's see, let's go this way. And then take a left or right turn. Looks like a very heavy traveling suitcase. The person, I thought it was a woman, had some trouble getting off the sidewalk onto the road and continue walking. Well, sometimes these things happen. Let's see, where did I end up?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Those ones like...
Not the correct way, so let's switch over to here. And if it's no cars, then it is going to be going all right. Let's go this way. And then make a turn to the right. Well, nice part of Groningen I not frequently visit, so it's a good idea to go here once in a while. Some variation in the routes. Not very nice to see all kinds of same tracks I'm riding or routes I'm riding. And then waiting for a traffic light. You can see the pedestrians have a green light, so well, depending how long I waited for the traffic light, there could be a snip in there that I cut some waiting time out, but I'm not going to decide. I'm going to decide in the edit to see if that is necessary or not. Let's go a little to this area. Behind the fully packed lady on the bike who is going to avoid the puddle. Robert. Ghost rider again, probably not aware of the fact that it's not a dual bike lane. Probably from another country, not familiar with the rules. I gave him a thumbs up. Going back a little, just made a big U-turn. This is the correct way to travel, by the way. The correct side of the road, I have to say. Let's see what's the name of the street. I've not seen a sign yet. Well, if you follow me on Google Maps, you already know where I am, what the name of the street is. I didn't see any sign with a name on it. When I see, I will tell. It's called the Korreweg where I was on, but now going back onto the Paterswoldseweg. Building to 1 o'clock is Liebherr Tobacco, part of British American Tobacco, and I heard a story last week or last month that its factory is going to be closed in the future. Don't have the story correct, but I think it will be open until 2025. And actually the business Liebherr has been in the city for quite a long time. 1900s maybe a little bit later. And the processing of tobacco leaves and drying them has a distinct smell, so when the wind is the correct way, the whole city can enjoy the strong tobacco smell. It's not a smell of smoking. It's, well, you have to smell it, or have to smell it for one time, then you know. It's a very strong odor. And actually in the building itself, it's really strong. Half the car on the bike lane. Who cares? Thank you for blocking. And guess where I arrived now? The entrance of the Stadspark. Wind in my face again. Well, this is the place where pedestrians are walking, preferably the back to traffic, but that's something I'm used to in the city. At least they're walking somewhat to the side, and there's room enough to pass on the left side or the right side, as you can see. Probably on their lunch break, or just walking because they have the time and the, I would say, the money, but walking doesn't cost any money. And someone in the electrical powered bicycle. Not even going to try to keep up. By the way, this is called Concourslaan. This is the long entrance into the Stadspark. I'm actually, when I look to the right, already in the park, and to the left there is the drafbaan. It's actually a horse track. Not very frequently used, and they are in Groningen trying to see if there is a possibility, when it's possible again, not so much due to COVID now, but when it's possible again to have some events there, music festivals and all kind of other events. Well, this monument is still damaged. It's covered in plastic or foil with a fence around it. Long time ago, somewhere last year, somebody smashed his car on there and destroyed part of the monument. Actually, the monument is for the founder / financer of this Stadspark, built in the 1920s, a little bit earlier, but very nice park actually. Big park with a great variety of trees. And this is now, the pavilion is now a Chinese restaurant. Apart from the pavilion, this side is the more interesting part, I have to say, with the big pond. To my left. I will actually stop here and have something to eat and to drink, and then film something here. I still can see a thin layer of ice on here. But for the moment, let's stop here. Well, just showing you around. This is the big pond. Water on the ice, but there also in the distance you can see seagulls standing on a still frozen pond. I would not want to dare to walk on it because I will definitely fall through the ice. It's way too thin. By the way, in summertime this is much nicer. All the trees are in leaves and looks a lot different actually. I will get here in summertime. I'll pan around to the play area, to the pavilion. My bike, sticking out a plastic bag when it's raining. The bike bag is not watertight, so waterproof, so I have to have a bike bag of an insert in my bike bag. In summertime, this area where the bronze statue is normally flowers in blossoming, roses I think. Like I said, built in the 1920s. I sometimes imagine what it would look like in the 1920s. Probably people dressed up, men wearing suits and hats, women in long skirts, and children playing in shorts. And no traffic noise in the background, which you can hear. The noise you're hearing, the whooshing noise, is the traffic going by in the ring road. I always think this is a nice area to be, especially in summertime. Maybe I should have gone here in last week with the snow, but it was way too cold, -10. By the way, it's this weekend, and it's tomorrow and Sunday of course. It will be 16 degrees, and next Wednesday it will be 18. So no jacket required anymore. And a week ago, not even a week ago, we had -10 degrees, so a difference from quite a lot of temperature change. Here, plane in the sky. Cannot see it though. And we are rolling again. small change of location and then stopping again. And at least that was on planning on doing. Let's see if there's a nice spot to stop and have a look over the pond from this side. Let's continue a bit. Seems to be a good spot to halt and do some filming handheld again. A view from this side, actually more down to water level, still ice on there, but well, thin. The view from the of the pavilion, big building behind it, the blue yellowish is the Gasunie building, also in the distance right in front of 12 apartment building. You have to imagine the view was a lot different back in the 1920s. Then the big building there and that one there was not there, not visible, so you only had the pavilion in the pond, which actually looks much nicer. And like I said, in summertime, way more fun here. More trees, much nicer. What also is very nice is this tree here. It's slanted, it's still in the ground, but it's slanted over. Really nice, I think. That's right underneath it.